Hey guys, welcome to MNMM PTE and NATI. This video will also cover one of the most important topics of this exam, and that will be fill in the blanks reading and writing. Now we all know that the exam starts from speaking section where we have 5 different types of questions. Then we move on to writing section where we have 2 different types of questions. And then the third section that we have in exam is the reading section where again we have 5 different types of questions. Now we know that the pattern of questions for the entire exam is fixed, and fill in the blanks reading and writing will be the very first question that you will get in your reading section when you start solving the exam. Let us first discuss few technical details about fill in the blanks reading and writing, and then we will dive deep inside the topic. All right, now we all know that we also have fill in the blanks reading in this same reading section, which is already covered by Manmohit in one of the videos. I hope you have watched that video. In case you have not, please do watch that video, because that video is kind of a base for solving any fill in the blank, and then this is another type of explanation that I will be giving. So both these videos will help you a lot. Now when we talk about fill in the blanks reading and writing, you can expect 5 to 6 questions in exam. All right. Now what happens over here is one question, let's say this is my question over here, and that's a paragraph that I have got. One question can have 5 to 7 blanks. So let's say these are my blanks. Let's say I have 5 blanks. What happens in fill in the blanks reading and writing is, for every blank at the end you will see a drop down arrow that is mentioned, that is given, I would say. When you click on this arrow, a list of 4-5 options will appear for that particular blank only. You just have to click on any one of the option and that will automatically pop up on the blank that you can see over there. So what I'm trying to say is, for every blank you will have a separate list of options. All right, and hence it is also called fill in the blanks drop down. Now next thing that I want to cover over here is the weightage of this topic. So now, because the name itself is very clear that fill in the blanks reading and writing, so the scores will go to both reading and writing section, and the weightage is around 25 to 30 marks out of 90 for reading and 25 to 30 marks out of 90 for writing as well. So that means it shows that this is a very, very important topic and we need to take it very seriously. All right. The next thing that I want to discuss over here is negative marking. Is there any negative marking in fill in the blanks reading and writing? No, there is no negative marking. So let's say your answer is right. You get 1 out of 1 for 1 blank. Your answer is wrong. You get 0 out of 1 for 1 blank. And let's say you did not select anything and you have kept it blank. Again, you get 0 out of 1 for that blank because you did not select anything. Hence, what I'm trying to say is, even if you are not sure of the answer for a particular blank, please make any guesswork or whatever your intuition says. Please select any one answer because it is safe, as there is no negative marking. All right. The next thing that I want to cover over here is that when we look at this fill in the blank, there is a passage given. There are few blanks, let's say 5-6 blanks, and every blank has a list of options that you can see. You are just clicking on one of those options and then it is automatically coming on the blank. So I can understand that the scores are going to reading section because you are reading the passage. But my question to all of you today is, why is the writing section getting score over here? Because you are not writing anything. You are not typing anything. There is no spelling mistake involved in here because there is no sort of typing involved. Then why writing section is getting such heavy score? Because 25 to 30 marks out of 90 is not a joke. Then why? In fill in the blanks reading, what are you doing? You are reading a passage, you are selecting any one option for that particular blank, you are dragging and dropping it over there. Again, over there is no typing, so writing is not getting any score. Reading, I can understand you're reading the passage. Similarly, over here, you are again not writing anything, but still writing is getting a huge amount of score. Why is that? Let us understand today why. As you know that fill in the blanks reading is based on grammar. Similarly, fill in the blanks, reading and writing, they are based on something that is called collocation. Now first we need to understand what is the meaning of collocation. Only then we will understand why writing is getting scores in this section. Meaning of collocation is, and I would highly encourage all of you to write it down, two or more than two words, or you can write down like this, two or a group of words, two words or a group of words which always occur together. Which always occur together. Now what is the meaning of occur together? They fall together. They are used together. I will give you a few examples which will make the concept very clear for you. Okay. Let's say I have two words A and B. What I'm trying to say is A and B are used together while writing and speaking, specifically while writing. Alright. Specifically while writing. For example, let us understand the example. Dash rain. Okay. Now I'm giving you two options. Heavy rain or strong rain. What is the correct answer? Most of you have told answer is heavy rain, if I'm not wrong. Okay. And your answer is absolutely right. Let's take another example. Dash wind. Again, same options, heavy and strong. What is the correct answer? I hope you know the correct answer, and that is strong. So strong wind. Now, most of you, I am pretty sure that you got the correct answer, heavy rain and strong wind. Now my question to you is, why heavy rain according to you is the right answer? Why strong wind according to you is the right answer? Your answer is perfect. I agree with you. But why is that correct answer? Do you have any sort of explanation with you? Most of you will think because it sounds good, it sounds correct, and you're actually right. It sounds correct. It sounds good. So what are you trying to convey over here is that you have heard these words, you have been hearing them for many years from people, you have read them in books, magazines, newspapers, you have heard them in movies. Basically, you have heard people or you have seen people using them. That is how you know that it is a correct answer. Again, a simple example. Okay, dash coffee. All right, heavy coffee or strong coffee? Strong coffee. And I'm pretty sure that none of you were taught in your school how to order a cup of coffee. That you should say, can I please have a strong coffee? But you still know how to order a cup of coffee. You know that strong coffee is the right answer, and you know that heavy coffee is the wrong answer. In spite nobody teaching you this, you still know it because these are the collocations. They are always used together. What is the explanation that why are they used together? There is no explanation why are they used together. Every language, not only English, every language has a long list of collocations. That means the words that are used together, because that is how the language is created. That is how the language is made. For example, I'll just give you a simple example over here. Knife. What is the spelling of knife? K-N-I-F-E. Now you are saying it as knife, but you're also putting K, and K is silent. Now what is the explanation for this? Why do we need to put K and it is silent? Then why can't we just write N-I-F-E? Because that is how the language is created. So some things, they don't have explanation of why. It is how it is, and you have to accept it the way it is given to you, and you have to use it the way it has been created. Alright, so I hope you have understood that what are collocations. They are a list of words or a group of words that are meant to be used together, because that is how the language is created. These are called collocations. I'll give you one simple example again. Let's say there is one fish. So you will say fish. What will you refer to? A group of fish. Let's say fish you are saying is singular, and a lot of you might be saying fishes or fish, but the correct answer is fish again. for plural. But if I want to refer to a group of fish, what will I say? I will say a dash of fish. What should be the answer? A school of fish. I cannot say a group of fish. Alright. Now school. What is the meaning of school? We all know the meaning of school. The place where we all went, we studied and all that. Then why are we using a school of fish for a group? Can't we just say a group of fish? No. A group of fish is wrong. A school of fish is the right answer. Now, is there a logic explanation that why school is used instead of group? No. That is a collocation. That is how the language is created and you have to use it. And instead of fish, if I say a dash of lion, so what will the answer be? A dash of lion, a dash of sheep. Every animal, the word over here changes. Why? Because that is collocation. That is how the language is created. A pride of lion, a herd of sheep. You can't say a group of lion, a group of sheep, a group of fish. No, a group of is not, can be used, is not something that we can use every single place. We have to use what is the correct word. These group of words, pride of lion, herd of sheep, these are meant to be used together. Hence, they are also called collocations. So I hope by now you understand what collocations are. So you might have seen that when you are solving fill in the blanks reading and writing, when you look at the options, you feel pretty much all the options are right answer. They are all very close to each other, but only one of them is obviously the right answer. And that one which is the right answer is the correct collocation that you need to use along with the words, the neighboring words, the words around the blank. So what I'm trying to say over here is when you solve collocation blank, what you should do is what I did long years ago. I made a special notebook for collocations. That was my very thin small notebook and I call it my list of collocation notebook. Whenever you solve a question, and you should be able to solve one question in 2.5 minutes, I would say. Because that is how in exam you will be able to complete the entire reading section. So I would recommend you to finish one question in 2.5 minutes. All right. Now, when you solve, when you practice, first thing keep in mind, if you are not able to complete a question in 2 to 2.5 minutes or maximum 3 minutes, leave it. Because there is no point wasting half an hour behind one question, then draining yourself out and then, kind of quitting that topic. Please don't do that. 2 to 3 minutes, if you're not able to do it, just see what the correct answers are. But within 2 minutes, please use your brain. Now, what you should do is try your best and see what you feel are the correct options and then just select them. Let's say the time is over, 3 minutes are over. Now look at the correct answer. Let's say out of 5, you get only 2 correct. And the remaining 3 are wrong, obviously. Okay. Now what you should do is first look at the correct answer and put the correct answer and read the sentence. If you do not understand the meaning of that sentence or any word in that sentence, you should always open this tab, which is called Long Man Dictionary. Keep this tab always open whenever you are practicing fill in the blanks reading or reading and writing, because in case you come across a word which you are not sure what is the exact meaning or what this line is trying to say, most of the mistake is because you don't understand what the passage is trying to say. Always keep this tab open, Long Man Dictionary. In that, search the meaning of the word because they have explained it in very easy way. You can also click on the play button and listen to the pronunciation of that word, which will also help you in questions like read aloud and repeat sentences. All right. Or for that matter, even retell lecture. So you can use this dictionary to search the meaning of the words you are not sure of. Now, what should I do for the ones that I got wrong? What I used to do was, when let's say third option is the wrong one, I got it wrong. What I'll do is I'll write down the correct answer in my notebook and I'll also write down the neighboring words, which makes it a group of words, and then that is a complete collocation. I need to jot down those list of collocation every single day. And I used to practice 25 questions per day for reading and writing. Reading 25 questions, reading and writing 25 questions. That was my thing. You can do more than that, not a problem. You can do less than that, but I feel 25 a day. That way, if you practice enough questions, every single day, that should put you in a position to get your desired score. That's what I feel. So let's say you have done 25 questions today and you have accordingly made a list of collocations. Now tomorrow, when you do fresh new 25 questions, what you should first do is revise the previous day's list of collocations quickly that you had written in your notebook, and then start those new 25 questions, so that the questions that you have done in the previous days, the list of collocations that you made mistakes on, it's refreshing in your brain, in your memory. This will really help you a lot. All right. Now, what I want to do is, let us do a few examples together so that we can see what the basic collocations are, and you will understand the meaning of collocations in a little depth, I would say. And then from whichever website you are practicing or any video that you are using for practice, please go back to that place, practice a lot of questions, make a list of collocations and revise it every single day. You have to understand one thing, that if someone is telling you a genuine explanation that why this is the correct collocation and why this is the wrong collocation, trust me, that is a fake explanation. Nobody can tell you why strong wind is the correct answer and why heavy wind is why strong wind is the correct answer and why heavy wind is the wrong answer. There is no explanation for that why this is the correct collocation and why that is the wrong collocation. You have to understand one thing is, every language has collocation. You have to use it, and that is how the correct way of language, correct way of representing language is. Now, one thing I forgot mentioning over here is, we were discussing why writing gets the correct, a huge amount of score in this topic. We were discussing that. Let us understand now. Over here, we are not typing anything, but still writing is getting scores. Why? Because collocations, when you are writing English and you are using the correct collocation, it represents a good writing skill. When we speak and if we don't use the correct collocation, it is not that big issue, to be honest. But when we are writing something academic, something professional, something at a good level, and we use the correct collocation, it shows that you have the correct knowledge of the language. You have the correct knowledge of the writing skills of that language, because collocations are technically used a lot when it comes to writing the language. Okay. And obviously, if somebody has written, only then someone else can read and speak it. So the base over here is writing, and that's how writing is impacted because of fill in the blanks, reading and writing, the collocations. All right. Let us do a few examples and you will understand a little deeper. All right. So this is a document that I have. Let us today understand a few things more about collocations. Obviously, we have gone through, the definition. Collocation is a combination of two or more words which frequently occur together. Now, let's say somebody has hair that has a glimpse of yellow color. So do you ever say she's got yellow hair? No, we say she's got blonde hair. Why can't we say yellow hair? Because the color is yellow. When the same yellow color is on the wall as a paint, we say yellow paint. Or if a flower is of yellow color, we say yellow flower. Then why the same color yellow when it's on the hair, we say blonde? Because that is a collocation, blonde hair. And we cannot say yellow hair. So I hope you understood a little bit more about collocation here. Now, make mistake versus do mistake. We are doing this one. Which one do you think is the right answer? Make mistake. We never do mistake. A lot of people while speaking or writing, they say or write, we did this mistake, we did that mistake. That is wrong. We made a mistake. We made mistake, not we did mistake. These are small little collocations that we use in our everyday life. All right. The next one, great importance versus high or big importance. Which one do you think is the right answer? Great importance is the right answer. All right. If you look at few things over here, a lick of paint, a team of experts, words of wisdom. Lick of paint. Now we are not licking the paint over here, but still it is called a lick of paint, all right? A box of paint, several boxes kept of paint, but what do you call lick of paint, all right? Next thing, a team of experts, not a group of experts, a team of experts. Remember we were just doing those things, a school of fish, similarly a team of experts. Words of wisdom. Now let's say somebody has appreciated you, somebody said something good about you. How can you write it down? Thank you for your words of wisdom. When you write down this, thank you for your words of wisdom, what you're trying to say is, thank you for appreciating me. Thank you for saying those good words for me. But the moment you write or speak, thank you for your words of wisdom, it shows that you have a lot of knowledge about this language. And I would recommend using these things in your job or your business or your workplaces, anywhere I mean. It will just portray that you have in-depth knowledge of English language. All right. So similarly, let us see this sentence. We had a blissfully happy holiday in a picturesque little village surrounded by spectacular mountains. And the other option is, we had a very happy holiday in a nice little village surrounded by beautiful mountains. Now, both the sentences are giving the same meaning. When I read them, I can understand what they are trying to say. But if I ask you a question, which sentence impresses you more? Which sentence you feel if you write that the person who is reading it will think that yes, this person knows the language correctly. This person knows a good use of words in the language correctly. Definitely the first one. Why? Because the first sentence has the correct collocations that English language has. The second sentence is a very simple, I would say basic sentence with no collocation, which we might speak in everyday life. But when it comes to good writing, I would any day write the first one over the second one. Same meaning, blissfully happy holiday. We never say very happy. We always say blissfully happy. Next, nice little village. Now, why nice little village is changed to picturesque? What is picturesque? Picturesque is nothing else but it's a way of describing any natural scenario in a good way, that you are looking at some natural scenario and it makes you feel very happy. It makes you feel very proud. It just brings smile on your face. That natural look, that good look is called picturesque, view of anything, of any nature view, I would say. So picturesque little village surrounded by spectacular mountains. All right. These are collocations. Picturesque little village, spectacular mountains, blissfully happy holiday. These are all collocations we need to learn. All right. Let us do a few more examples. Poverty causes crime versus poverty breeds crime. Which one do you think is the correct one? Poverty breeds crime. A big meal versus a substantial meal. Substantial meal is the correct one. These are all collocations. All right. Now what we will do is we will do an exercise so that we understand a little more. All right. Let's say this exercise over here. We have few things on the left hand side and we have few of them on the right hand side. Now what I would recommend all of you is to pause the video here. Try to do that exercise on your own as you can see it on the screen. And then after you are done, then you can play the video and you can see the answers. So I'm straight away discussing the answers. All right. Adhere to your principles. Adhere to your principles. What is the meaning of thing? Adhere to means to follow, to follow passionately something. So you are following your principles. You are, abiding by your principles. You are leaning on to them, your values. That is the meaning of the sentence. Arouse someone's interest. Arouse means to create someone's interest. Blonde, obviously we have already discussed. Hair. Come up with a suggestion. That means to come up with an idea. Come up with a suggestion. That means you're giving an idea. You're giving a suggestion. Flatly contradict. That means it is straight away contradicting. Contradict means oppose. Fundamentally different. Go on an economy drive. What is the meaning of go on an economy drive? Go on an economy drive means to save money. All right. Heavy rain. A lick, we've already done that. A lick of paint. Lead a seminar. Lead a seminar means to obviously host a seminar, do some chores of the seminar, do some events in the seminar, something like that. Play the stock market. That means to participate in that. Words, we have done that. Words of wisdom. That means to speak appreciative words for someone. Now, these things when you write down, instead of writing thank you so much for appreciating, if you write down thank you so much for your words of wisdom, or I follow my principles, instead of that I adhere to my principles, the use of these words will show to everyone that you know this language to the best of the version, I would say. All right. So that is the reason collocations are very important. Let us do this one more example that I have over here. All right. Again, the same thing. Please pause the video, do it yourself, and then let's discuss the answer. All right. So I'm straight away jumping into the answer. First one, often make mistakes. Try to use a wider. Exam candidates who use collocations well gain better marks. Third one, exam candidates who use collocations well to gain better marks. Fourth, you have to know what normal collocations patterns are before you can form them. The writer used colloquial language to create an effect. All right. So these are the ones that will be the correct answer. All right. I have another exercise that I want to share. Let us do this exercise together and we will learn a little more about collocations. The first one, Jane really enjoys doing housework. You should see her flat. It's always dash clean, spotlessly clean. Now, instead of saying very clean, we would say spotlessly clean. It's a spotless clean place. That means the meaning is same, but when you say spotlessly clean, that means you know how to describe the word clean in the correct way in English language. Next, it was dash rude of Antonio to tell Paula that she looked older than her own mother. It was downright rude. Downright rude. Or there is a very famous collocation which I have read in a lot of books. Downright catastrophic. What is the meaning of downright catastrophic? That means again, downright rude, downright negative. What is the downright rude over here? Collocation. Downright catastrophic, collocation. I would immediately jot it down. Not only because I want to clear my PTE exam, but what is wrong in learning something new about the language and I can use it, right? I hope he feels dash ashamed, thoroughly ashamed. It's dash obvious that Olga is only interested in Richard because he's dash rich. Stinking rich. Stinking rich is the answer over here. And it's blatantly obvious. Blatantly obvious is a collocation. Next. I don't know what I was worrying about. The exam turned out to be dead easy. Dead easy means very, very easy. This celebrity website is good fun, but most of the information is wildly inaccurate. That means majorly inaccurate. Again, these are the correct collocations. So I'm pretty sure that by now you have understood what are collocations and what is the use of them, why we use them, and why writing is getting scores. So I would highly encourage all of you to practice them from wherever you are practicing. Practice all the exam questions that you get, because a lot of students I have seen that they get all the repeated fill in the blanks. You may get, you may not get. I'm not giving you any sort of guarantee, but it is good to practice all the exam questions. In that way, your brain is trained to solve the exam questions. You have those list of collocations that you should revise on a repeated manner, I would say. And in exam, I'm pretty sure you will be very confident in solving the questions and you will be able to solve them in less than 2 to 2.5 minutes per question. I hope you enjoyed this video thoroughly. If there is any question or concern regarding this exam, please post it in the comment section below and myself and Manmohit will try to solve it as soon as possible. Also, if you have any doubts or any questions that you feel need a clarity, you can always write it in the comment section below and we can make a video on that so that your question or your concern is addressed properly. And yeah, with that, take care of yourself. Please practice a lot, especially these questions, fill in the blanks. They should be done every single day. And the more questions you practice, the more revision you do, the better it is for you, and you will be in a much better position in exam and you will be very confident in solving them. So with that, I'll take your leave and I'll see you next time in the next video. Bye bye.